go. It's official. Like a referee with a whistle. Back at you with another episode coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Author of Boss Life Secrets and Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. So, your boy, young Jeezy, is getting a divorce from Jeannie Mai. Young Jizzle can't take it no more, I guess. I didn't really understand why he got married to her in the first place. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really surprised that he's filing for the divorce, not her. He is filing for a divorce. And I'm going to tell you why I think he's filing for a divorce and why it was a bad move from the start. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. This is how I think. And here's something that we can learn from, I haven't made this mistake by getting married or being involved with a woman that's been through what Jeannie Mai has been through. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get into it. And I'm going to tell you what I think and what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Because, everyone has their own opinions and what they think. So, Jeezy filed for a divorce from Jeannie in Fulton County in Atlanta, Fulton County. 45-year-old rapper whose birth name is J. Wayne Jenkins filed to end his marriage on Thursday in Georgia Superior Court in Fulton County. That's in Atlanta. And Jeezy is seeking joint legal custody for his daughter, according to the divorce documents. The two had a prenuptial agreement that Jeezy expects will be enforced, according to the filing. Well, that makes sense. The Grammy Award nominated rapper Jeezy exploded on the music scene in the mid 2000s and is widely considered a trailblazer of Atlanta trap music. He has released 10 studio albums. I didn't even know that, But here's the thing about here's what, if you followed Jeannie's YouTube channel like I used to. I don't follow her anymore. But on her YouTube channel, she talked about her struggles and with her parents. And, I don't know if you noticed, but Jeannie, she got touched by her cousin, if I'm not mistaken. It was her mom cousin when she was a kid. And that, that kind of fucked her up. And this is what she said now. Jeannie said she's still dealing with that shit still to this day. And Jeezy knew this before he got married to her. And he still got married to her. So in my opinion, if I meet a girl, and I have met women that have went through, they got touched, molested or raped or some type of shit. Some old weirdo uncle might have done something to them in the family, whatever. I've met women that have went through these types of traumas. And in my opinion, I would not get married to a woman like this. This is just me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a right or wrong type of thing. I just have my own philosophy, my own way of dealing with this crazy world and the people that's in it. In my opinion, I don't want to be involved with a woman that's had some type of, that went through some type of trauma. Now, can she bounce back? Can she work that thing out? Of course. Yeah, you can always work, get through, deal with it, get past whatever trauma, nightmare that might have happened with you in your past. But it usually takes a long time for most people to deal with it, even if they want to deal with it. Some people don't want to deal with it. Some people just want to throw it and like kind of throw it away in the back of their mind and just forget it ever happened. But at the end of the day, the things that we experience, it doesn't go anywhere. We don't forget about it. I'm sure you've dealt with something. You remember something that happened to you in your past that you didn't necessarily like. It was something that's very negative, probably something god awful. But you didn't forget about it. It's still there. You just dealt with it. You just confronted it. You dealt with it. Hey, I was a kid. It wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to choose my parents. We don't get to choose our parents. Our parents did the best they could. Our married parents didn't believe us, what we said, and that's okay. But as we become adults and responsible for our own life, we ain't gonna be no victim. We ain't gonna play the victim card. You know what I'm saying? Because this is our life. We have to take responsibility for our life. Even though it wasn't our fault, the shit that happened back in the day. But as adults, we should take responsibility for our life because it's our life. And no one is ever going to care about our life as much as us. And we're not going to let the past stop us from living out our dreams and of what's going to happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about forgetting what happened. It's about dealing with it, working through it, pushing forward, and learn from it if you can. You know, if you're a kid, I mean, it's very difficult to learn from something as a kid, especially if it happened a long time ago, in my opinion. But maybe you could learn from something as a kid, just depending on how old you was. But if you're a kid, you're not even responsible for your actions. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, I feel like people should deal with their shit on their own. Yeah, you should get professional help or seek out someone with some type of expertise in whatever happened to you. But I don't think you should have a relationship with somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If I meet a woman and she's going through something or she's been through something and she haven't dealt with it, I would fall back from that woman. But that's just my opinion. Some people will say, well, I think it's better if two people deal with things together. Maybe you can support her or support him. I don't see it as a right or wrong thing. This is just my opinion. This is how I think. This is how I operate. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know, and she's still dealing with whatever happened, how she got touched by her mom's cousin. And the mom didn't believe her. The mom didn't believe her back then. You know what I'm saying? And she's still dealing with that shit. She's hurt by that shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I just would not get married to a woman that told me she got molested or touched in some type of way as a child. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But you might have a different opinion. You might say, hey, I think it's okay for two people to help the other person deal with what happened 20, 30 years ago or what happened as a kid or whatever. And you're fine to have that opinion. But it's just me. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of what happens to us on this thing called, on this life journey, the shit doesn't go anywhere. We don't forget what happened to us. we have to we have to deal with it and don't become a victim of circumstance, a victim of what happened in the past. That's all I'm saying. And having support is okay, but I don't think that you should get other people, someone else involved in your shit, because you can't be your best self because you have too much garbage. You know what I'm saying? And plus, she's an older chick. She's old. She's in the four. I think when they got married, she was 42. If I'm not mistaken. Well, they actually didn't say when they got married. They've been married for 2 years, I know. And, you know, I wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't marry a 42-year-old woman or a woman in the 40s at all, in my opinion. I wouldn't get married to a woman that's in the 40s. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how old she is. She's 44. So she's 44 now. So that means they got married when she was 42. I wouldn't get married to a 42-year-old chick. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. The latest, if I'm at my age now and I'm in the 40s, I would stay away from the 20s. I would try to be, okay, my range is 30. My range is 30 to 39. That's my range. You know, now if I'm going to do late 20s, she has to be really mature for me to go late 20s. But my range is 30 to 39 at my age today. But I would never get married to a woman that's in the 40s, you know. And look, man, she's a good looking girl. Okay. But what else is there about her? She's not really just on the outside looking in. You know, I don't know. I've never met her in person. I've met a lot of these celebrities, by the way, in person, but I never met her in person. But what is it about her that's interesting, in your opinion? It's not I follow her YouTube channel. She puts a lot out there. Her family life. She put a lot out there. She put a lot out. She put more out there than I would have. I'll tell you that much. You know, but it's nothing about her that's interesting to me. Be honest. You know, I'm just saying. Nothing about, and plus, let's just call a spade a spade. I mean, I don't really know Jeezy. I never met him. But, I mean, what other celebrity was he trying to get at? I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know. You know, I guess it's his family or whatever. Jeezy's family. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she was the best celebrity, if that's what he want to go for, you know, at the time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing about Jeannie that makes me intrigued. She just looked good, yeah, okay. But that's just, the looks get old after a while. You get used, if you're used to being around attractive women, you get used to that shit after a while. That's like a given. That's like to be expected. And even if you're not used to being around an attractive woman, once you get one and y'all live together and maybe you get married and all that shit, after a while, you be like, look, yeah, she looked good. Yeah, I know. But that shit starts to get old. You know, it starts to be like, yeah, I know I got a hot ass wife. I know she look good. She's supposed to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm that dude. You know, not saying you taking her for granted. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying certain things become a standard after a while. That's all I'm saying. You know, maybe she has a nice personality outside of the show, the view that she's on, you know, or hopefully she's still on there. I haven't looked. See, I don't follow her being on the show and all that shit. Maybe she's has a nice personality. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I know this. This is when she was in the hospital. I know this. If a guy files for a divorce, 9 times out of 10, he just couldn't take it no goddamn more. He just couldn't take it no goddamn more. You know, I know that much. You know, if a woman files for a divorce, which is common in this in North America in this day and time, you know, that means she's probably got somebody else lined up, or she's just fucking miserable when a woman files for a divorce, you know. But when a guy files for a divorce, that's very rare in this country. He just can't take it no goddamn more. Or the woman is just blatantly disrespectful. And that would fall under he just can't take it no more too. You know what I'm saying? So you got a beautiful little girl. Aw, that's a nice little baby. Aw. Looks just like her mama. Yeah, they got hopefully little baby turns out right. Little, you know, this looks like Vietnam. That looks like, yeah. So yeah, that's that. So that's my opinion. You might have a different opinion. You tell me what you think below. Tell me how you see their relationship. What'd you think? You thought it was a good move, bad move? You thought you know, think Jeezy should have never done it? Leave comments below and all that good stuff. You know, until next time, I'm out. Peace. If you like this video, share this video. And if you want to support my channel, click the thanks tab and leave me a donation. 2, 5, 10.